Hi, this is Lorraine and this is a video to show you some basic back mobilisation and stretching moves that you can do at home any time of the day. I suffer with a bad back. I've suffered since I was 25 and I slipped my disc. So I've gone through years and years and years of back issues and find that these stretches are the best at keeping the back mobile, lubricated and functioning within the correct range of movement. So first of all, we're going to come onto our backs. Our first move is just to interlace our fingers, taking the right knee into the right shoulder. So pressing as much as you can. You might be here, you might be, depends on your range of movement, and motion within your joints and your flexibility. So feeling a nice stretch here. We're actually stretching the hip flexor here, which is paramount for back stability and motion. I'm going to take that one back to the floor. Same again with the left. Squeezing nice and gently in. And change the positioning on the leg, making sure you're feeling a nice little pinch, probably in the hip flexor, in the crease and the fold here. Any shooting pains, then stop and go and see your physio or your GP, because that would indicate you've got something else going on. Next, let's bring both knees into the chest. So you can interlace your fingers here and bring them in, a little bit of rocking side to side, getting those discs and the spine mobilized and moving. If you're more flexible, you can bring the arms over and grabbing the elbows. Oh, I'm not that flexible yet this morning, so I'm going to have to come back a bit. You want to make sure that the lower back is on the floor, so your coccyx is on the floor and it's not coming up. So that just shows to me that I'm not quite mobile yet and I haven't stretched myself out yet. We'll probably do this move at the end and you'll see the difference. Next we'll come into our happy baby. So grabbing the outsides of our feet if that's available for you. You can grab a strap or a belt to move to a position over the arches of your feet to bring this down. Again, whatever is available to you. Whatever range of movement, and we want to be again pressing those heels down, pressing the heels up towards the ceiling and pressing down with the hands. What that's going to do is that's going to position the lower back, the coccyx, onto the floor, which is what we want here. We can do a little, again, mobilization from side to side, a nice rock here. Next we're going to take this knee into the shoulder again. I'm going to do a twist, so coming over to the right. What we want to be doing is keeping the right shoulder down on the floor and the left shoulder on the floor. You can open your arms out wide here. Take a big inhale. Exhale. See if you can sink any lower with that knee. You can use the left hand to get more stretch if you need it. I find just a little bit as I start to warm myself up a little bit here. Another big inhale, exhale. It's coming over to the left hand side, so bringing that knee in, bringing it over. Again, making sure that this left shoulder is on the floor, so readjust yourself. Doesn't matter where you are, the foot can be on the floor, but what we want to be doing, or on the other leg, is just making sure that we're feeling the stretch in the back. I know, Chester, go out the way. And a nice twist through the torso. Again, any shooting pains, just stop. Go and see a GP or a physio. Big inhale here. Exhale. So you can hold these stretches for as long as you like. Preferably you should be holding them for at least 15 to 20 seconds for every stretch. So try and get into a routine in the morning or the evening. Should take 20 to 30 minutes, or you can speed do them, and just anything you can do. Even 15 minutes is going to be good. So we're going to come up We're going to do some twists here. So we're going to take our right knee bent, keeping ourselves nice and straight and long in our torso, and it's just doing a spine twist here. So getting the left elbow to the left knee, making sure that we're elongating, getting nice and straight and long in the spine as we turn and look behind us. Big inhale and an exhale. Beautiful. Let's come to the other side. Nice and tall, sitting nice and tall and straight, pushing yourself up with the back hand and rotating to the left. Inhale, exhale. Let's sit ourselves into a cross-legged position, and let's take the right arm over. You can put the left arm onto the floor, whatever your range of motion is. We'll make sure that the arm is coming directly over. We're feeling the stretch on the right hand side of the body here, all the way from the lats down to the QL, intercostal muscles. You can look at your hand, whatever is comfortable for you. Let's just do a quick rotation here. Let's take both hands next to each other. We're looking down, making sure this butt cheek is down on the floor. Take the rotation out. Let's come back. Let's go to the other side. You might find that you're more mobile one side than the other, but we don't want to be bringing that glute up. So both butt cheeks are on the floor. Feeling the nice stretch all the way at the bottom here, all the way from the lat, all the way down to the glutes. Let's take the twist, coming down, twisting all the way around. Both glutes are on the floor, hands are on the floor. Big inhale, exhale. Let's take it all the way over. Beautiful. It's going to come into our child pose. It's basically the reverse of the knees to chest. So coming down onto our knees. If you're big-breasted or you've got a large stomach area, you might want to take the knees wide. Toes can stay together or they can come apart, whatever is easy for you to get down and feeling the nice stretch. So you can come down in this position onto the elbows. This might be as much as you can go. You can come up onto a block, a pillow, two fists, just making sure that we're feeling a nice stretch in the lower lumbar, the middle of the spine, thoracic spine and the cervical spine. If you can get down a little bit further, you can take the forehead, chin to chest. If you want to take it more into the back, we take our legs together, chin to chest. Arms can come out long so that we're feeling the stretch in the lats or either side. This is our child pose. So let's take those arms out straight. I'm going to take the left hand as far as we can over to the right, and the right hand is going to follow. Again, we're stretching into the lower lumbar and into the QL and the lats, so all the side of that body. Inhale, exhale. Coming round to the right, hand on top of the other. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Coming into our cat-cows. So hands are shoulder width distance, knees hip width distance, feet are flat on the floor. Pushing the shoulders out, we're going to tilt the pelvis under. So almost if you had a tail, that someone was pulling the tail from underneath you. So we're scooping in the abdominals. The abdominals are scooped up. Shoulders scooped up and arched as far as you can. Let's try and push as much as you can. Getting as big an arch in your back, your neck, the lower coccyx. Pushing as far as you can. Inhale. Let's exhale. Let it all go. Let the stomach hang out. Let the shoulders come up. Let the head come up. Now we see a nice arch in the lower lumbar in the thoracic and in the cervical spine. Inhale, exhale as we come forward. These are called our cat-cows. This is a great movement to mobilize that spine, get the fluid going. If there's any movement to do to get the spine mobilized, this is the one that you want to be doing. This is a great one. You can even then come down into the child pose. I like to keep it quite fluid and flow. Take a left and a right twist. So you're twisting with the right and the left buttock comes towards the left elbow, and twisting either way. Almost like you're a dog wagging his tail, and the shoulders go as well. Next, we're going to take the right arm up towards the ceiling. Eye gaze goes towards the ceiling. We're going to thread this arm all the way through as far as we can, getting a nice twist in the upper thoracic spine. Inhale, exhale. If this is not enough for you, you can come over and take the left hand all the way over, grabbing the top of the right thigh, getting more into that stretch. Coming over, pushing with the left hand. Let's take the right hand under the shoulder. Let's take the left hand to the ceiling, eye gaze to the ceiling, threading under as we come all the way through onto the left shoulder. Inhale, exhale, take that right arm if you need to, feeling the stretch in the upper shoulder girdle and the chest around the collarbone. Coming round, coming back into our child pose, dog permitting. I'm going to come down flat. Keeping our hands either side of the shoulders, keeping the elbows tucked in tight. I'm just going to take our eye gaze and our head slightly forward. So we're not pushing, we're just pressing slightly but not pushing ourselves up. We're using the upper body, using the upper thoracic. Taking the eye gaze forward, coming back down. Let's do that again. Coming back down. Let's take our elbows directly underneath our shoulders. Arms are long. Next we'll take a big inhale, exhale as we come up. Taking the chest up, feeling the opening in the front of the chest. Feel as if you're pressing your heart out towards you, up and towards you. If you're feeling any pinching here, relax the glutes. So don't tense the glutes, relax the glutes. Inhale, exhale. Any pinching, any pain anywhere, just stop and go and see a GP and physio and talk to them about the pain that you're experiencing. Let's come down and let's come back up into our 4-point kneeling and down into our child pose, very slowly. Inhale, exhale. Just going to come up into our forward fold. So whilst we're here, we can have our knees slightly bent. Head is nice and loose and long. Pressing our hands on the floor, onto our knees, onto our shins, however flexible we are. Just trying to get a nice bend in those knees. We're going to take our hands over to the left, feeling a nice stretch in the right hand side of the back. If it's available to you, you can stretch further and take the left hand to the sky. Coming back round to the right hand side. The knees are bent, all straight if you can get them straight. Eye gaze, hand to the ceiling. Coming back round again. In this position, can we take our elbows? Keeping the hands on the floor if that feels better for you. Inhale, knees, we're going to push through the legs. Through the legs. So we arch the back. So we're coming up all the way to the top. Arms come over the head. Clasp the fingers together. Biceps behind the ears. Let's come to a nice little stretch to the left. Looking down towards the floor. Arms can come down. Let's come back up. Twist to the right. Arms come down, eye gaze to the floor. Coming back up. Let's twist to the left again. Pushing the hips out to the right. Twist again to the right, pushing the hips out to the left. Making sure that our shoulders are in alignment. Biceps are by the ears. Beautiful. Let's come forward again into our roll down. You can bend your knees, you can use the hands to come down if you need to, depending on the flexibility in your spine. What we want to be looking for is a nice curve in the lower spine as we're coming down. So we're articulating down slowly from the top of the shoulders, thoracic first, into the middle thoracic spine, coming back into the lumbar. So trying to create a nice curve there as we come down into a forward fold. Straightening those legs if that's available for you. Play with it. You might need to bend them all the time to come down, or you might be here. You might be here, but trying to get as much curve in that lower spine as possible. Again, bending those knees, pressing with the legs, using the legs. So we're coming up first, coming up with the lowest lumbar spine is curving, straightening, and the head comes up last. Beautiful. I hope you enjoyed your spine lubrication and mobility stretching routine this morning. Thank you very much, and have a look at our other free videos. Namaste.